This is my 1967 Corvair. I'm Scott, and this is how I installed the tachometer. So I just replaced the clock. There was no clock in there, it was just an empty hole. And I replaced it with a Autometer tachometer. This one goes up to 6,000 RPMs. It's model number 2695. It's supposed to be an in-dash tachometer. I had to remove some bits, and I'll show you those in a second here. Basically remove the front and the glass from the tachometer. So it's crimped on there. You have to kind of work your way around with some needle nose pliers or something to kind of slowly bend out that crimp a little bit. It wasn't too hard. Take that off, and I took the glass off so the tachometer sits nice and flush in the dash. It looks pretty stock in a way. And then just had to run a wire from the signal wire from the tachometer all the way to the back of the car, to the negative terminal of the coil. So I ran that wire down basically through the carpet, underneath the carpet, and then along the door panel, effectively all the way down, up, and then essentially drilled a hole, kind of through the firewall in that back right corner there, and then just slipped the wire through. So that blue wire is the signal wire, and I ran that through that firewall in the back left-hand corner on the driver's side, and just came down with it, kind of zip tied it along some of the other wiring over here, around the back, over to here. I had some extra wire in there, so it's a little bit sloppy, but I wanted to have some extra just in case. And then, yeah, kind of tied it into the negative coil over there. I had previously replaced my points with an electronic ignition from Pertronic, so it's the igniter one that I have in there. Seems to be working pretty well. I have a different coil, but I haven't yet replaced this one. I'm just going to keep using this one for now. So there's the box that the tachometer came in. This one works with 6 cylinders, 4 cylinders, and 8 cylinders. Default, it comes set up for an 8-cylinder car, so you have to kind of open up the back. There's some instructions with it that tell you. And then it's a very small switch, but you have to set a switch in there to set it to work with the 6-cylinder. This is the piece that was crimped onto the front of the tachometer, so I didn't want that. It's too big for the opening anyway, and it would have looked goofy to include it. I pulled out the glass as well. I just took the glass out because I would have had kind of 2 sets of glass, the sort of factory glass that's there, and then the tachometer glass, and I was just worried that it would just kind of create problems. So I pulled that out. This is a little bracket that it comes with, but I didn't use that. Effectively, when I pulled out the clock piece, so this is the clock piece, the empty clock piece, I just used the holes that were already in my dash to mount the tachometer in. So there was some, I had some flexible, kind of pliable metal bracket material that I just kind of trimmed down to size, lined up the holes, and screwed it right back in. So it just kind of holds the tachometer in there really, really tightly. So yeah, I didn't go to great lengths to make or fabricate any kind of mount. I just took a piece of thin like metal band, that super pliable kind of stuff that you can bend really easy, cut it to size, maybe filed out a few little parts, pieces on it to make it fit a little bit better, because there's some mounts that work with this thing on the back of it that I wasn't going to use, but I needed my little band bracket that I made to kind of go around the posts that come out, the screw-in posts there. So at any rate, it was not too difficult to do. Probably took me a couple hours all told to get everything done, and we'll see how it works here. All right, so I'm going to fire up the car here with the new tachometer in there. it's at idle. And then try to take it around the block. It's kind of hard to drive and hold a camera at the same time though. All right, I'm gonna try to take it through a few of the gears here. A little bit of a straight run here.